How you doing? My name is Dr. Sami Bayer. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. How to make a narcissist miserable. A narcissist is someone who has an inflated sense of self-importance, that is grandiosity. It is someone who has a strong desire for attention, for acknowledgement, for constant validation, a hunger for admiration and self-centeredness. The narcissist is someone who lacks empathy. And one secret to making a narcissist wish they never messed with you is to target the things they hate. That's how you make them miserable. That's how you'll beat them at their own game. And that's how they'll respect you. That's how you'll get the respect you deserve. So, number one way of making the narcissist miserable is to smile and chuckle when they behave badly. So, when the narcissist misbehaves, just smile and say, "That is so funny." You make them miserable by doing that. Narcissists don't like you smiling. They don't want to see happiness in you. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to avoid drama, avoid conflict. Don't give the narcissist the acknowledgement, the attention that they need. Avoid chaos, because narcissists will provoke you to react. They need negative attention from you. They will do things just to purposely trigger you so that you react. They love the negative attention sometimes more than even the positive attention. So don't give the narcissist the admiration, the validation they need. They need that. They need that constant approval to maintain their sense of worthiness within them, because narcissists have a fragile ego. They have low self-esteem. To achieve that goal, they have to get acknowledgement from you. They want you to praise them. They want you to notice them. They want you to give them the attention they need. Now, another way of making the narcissist miserable is to seek therapy. That is one of the fastest ways to make a narcissist miserable. They don't want you to do that. The other way of making a narcissist miserable is to know your enemy. It is said that you need to know who the narcissist is. You need to read everything about narcissism. You need to watch all videos about narcissism, narcissists, narcissistic personality disorder. Learn everything about the narcissist. To successfully make the narcissist wish they never messed with you, to make them miserable, you have to get to know the narcissist inside out. The other way of making the narcissist miserable is to leave the narcissist. Leave them. Because they believe they control you. They believe you can't leave them until they discard you. Leave them fast. Because they will do everything to create trauma bond. They believe once they've trauma bonded you, you can't leave them. Leave them for good. Leave them today. Leave them now. That way, they'll become miserable. They'll even lose their mind once they realize that you've cut them from your life, you've cut their narcissistic supply, and you've left them. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to find new and better ways to spend your time. Get a good hobby. Identify a new hobby. Go for some new classes. Something interesting. Join a book club, for instance. Join other group activity that could lead to new, healthier friendships. That way you make the narcissist miserable. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to treat them how they treat you. Give them a dose of their own medicine. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Definitely it is not going to taste good. If they mistreat you, mistreat them. If they cheat on you, cheat on them. If they despise you, despise them. Mirror the narcissist. If they gaslight you, gaslight them. If they laugh at you, laugh at them. If they embarrass you, embarrass them. Treat them how they treat you. That way you make the narcissist miserable. The other way of making the narcissist miserable is to make decisions without asking for their advice. Make decisions and don't ask them for advice. Don't ask the narcissist for advice, because they'll want your decision to match the idea of what you should do. So don't do it. You'll make them miserable. The other way is to call them out. Expose them. They don't like being accountable for their lies, for their cheating, for their manipulation, for their deceit, for their narcissistic behavior, toxic behavior. Because narcissists are fake. Call them out for what they are doing. They will not be able to stand that. They will not be able to stand the fact that you figured them out. They will undergo a narcissistic injury. They'll become miserable when you call them out. Narcissists hate to be exposed because they believe they are perfect. The other way of making them miserable is to ignore them. They love attention, whether it's good or bad. So when you ignore a narcissist, they feel bad. You make them miserable because they need that attention from you. Ignore their texts. Don't answer their phone calls. Don't talk to them when you see them in person. The narcissist will be miserable. Cut them out of your life. Go completely no contact. Block their number. Block them on social media. Ignore them completely. That's the best way of making the narcissist miserable. Cut off your attention from the narcissist. That way you reduce their narcissistic supply. Make them feel like they don't matter to you. The other way of making the narcissist miserable is to act indifferent towards them. Upset them, make them miserable by treating them like everyone else. Don't praise them. Don't give them the attention they need. Don't react to their comments. Don't laugh at their jokes. Be neutral when you're talking to them. If they tell you about their accomplishments, just say, oh, okay, fine, nice. Because we know narcissists love exaggerating their achievements and their accomplishments. You can also compare them to someone else. If they tell you something, they achieved something, tell them you know someone else also achieved the same thing, or even better. Then the other way of making them miserable is to grey rock them. Grey rocking is all about reducing the attention you are giving the narcissist. It's like going silent treatment. It's like being as boring as a rock. Stick to yes, no answers, or okay. Tell the narcissist how happy you are. That's another way of making them miserable. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you thriving. Show them that you're happy. Live your best life and make sure the narcissist knows that you are living your best life. When you talk to the narcissist and you only tell them factual things, they'll find it very difficult to dispute that. Hit them with facts and evidence. Gather the facts and evidence and show them to the narcissist whenever they attempt to lie to you. They will try to argue, but show them the facts and stick to that. Then the other way of making the narcissist miserable is to make yourself less available to them. Discuss. Then again, set boundaries and stick to them. That way the narcissist will be miserable. When you stick to your boundaries, they cannot manipulate you. And when you stick to your boundaries, also ensure you have consequences in place. Tell the narcissist, set consequences. If they break those boundaries, then there should be consequences. That's the only way those boundaries will be effective. Another way of making the narcissist miserable is to tell them no. Narcissists don't want to hear the word no. When you tell the narcissist no, you shatter the illusion that they are in charge of the world, that they are in control of everything, in control of you. Push them to answer to authority. That's another way of making them miserable. They hate authority. When you push them into a situation where they have to answer to someone else, they will hate you. Another way is to embarrass the narcissist in public. Because the narcissists want to see themselves as perfect. They want people to see them as perfect. So when you call them out in front of other people, you break them down. You unmask them. Expose their failures. Point out their failures. Destroy a narcissist's perception of themselves to hurt them. The narcissists always want to win. If there's one thing they can't stand, is to be told that they failed. Remind them that they failed. Point the things out, that the things that they failed. You'll get under the narcissist's skin. Call out their manipulation. They try to manipulate you. Call them out. Call those manipulation. Tell them and show them that you're not falling for their manipulative games. They will be angry. They'll be miserable. Cut the narcissist off. In extreme cases, cut ties with the narcissist. Make it impossible for the narcissist to reach you. Even if you need to move. Leave them. Don't give even clues of where you've gone. Cut them off and disappear. You can ghost them if possible. Make the narcissist miserable by focusing on yourself. Take good care of yourself. Focus on your needs. Narcissist wants you to put their needs first, not yours. Say no and put your needs first. Start treating yourself with more respect, with more love. Put your needs first and make the narcissist know. Don't ignore your own needs to take care of the narcissist's needs. Seek answers for anything that they do. Any wrong thing they do, ask them to explain themselves. They'll be miserable. Show authority. Start making the narcissist miserable by calling the shots. Be more assertive. Stand up for yourself. Tell the narcissist, this is what we are going to do. This is what we'll not do from today henceforth. That way, the narcissist will be miserable. Humiliate the narcissist publicly. Public humiliation is one of the most painful things that you can do to a narcissist. Public humiliation causes a massive narcissistic injury, and it triggers their fragile ego, their inner wounds. Stick to no contact. That's the best way of making the narcissist miserable. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe.